Southern food lover or just looking for a delicious, comforting meal, this video is for you. Southern food is all about comfort and soul, and this meal is a perfect example of that. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm excited. Today I'm making a classic Southern dinner of pork chops, onion gravy, rice, collard greens, and field peas. You see, I went to the farmer's market this weekend. As I told you in the last video, I just got back to Florida, and it's great to be in the South again because you get to find these beautiful collard greens at the farmer's market. And then I found field peas and lima beans and black-eyed peas, and they even had boiled peanuts. Oh, it's great to be back. So anyway, I'm going to show you all how to prepare some good Southern pork chops with onion gravy and collard greens and field peas in a healthy Southern manner. So let's get started. The ingredients are shown here. Fill your sink with water and add salt and wash those collard greens off thoroughly. The salt will help drop any of the caterpillars or worms that might be in the leaves. Now get your garlic and onions ready, finely chopped. Let's get going on our collards. So we're going to take a large pan and we're going to put about a tablespoon of oil in. And we're going to let that heat up. Then we're going to add onions. This is a half a medium onion, coarsely chopped. And the onions are starting to look tender, so let's add about 3 cloves of garlic chopped. And let that just release the flavor about 30 seconds. Now while those onions cook, I'm going to start prepping my collards. So the first thing we want to do is remove the spine. So take my kitchen shears and just clip right down through it. Easy peasy. There you go. See? Now let's add our chicken broth. I'm going to add about 2 cups. If you are enjoying this video, please subscribe and help the channel to grow. And then just cut them into smaller pieces. Let's add our salt and ground pepper. And then I also like to put a little hot sauce in. We'll let those simmer for up to 2 hours or until they're tender. Now let's make our field peas. These I got at the farmer's market already shelled, and so I'm going to wash them, make sure they're clean. Next, I'm going to put oil in the bottom of my pan, about a tablespoon, and then add my onions, usually about a half of a medium onion chopped roughly, and then I brown those until they're tender. Then I'll add about 2 cloves of garlic that have been chopped and let that start heating to release the flavors. Then add about 2 cups of chicken broth. Also add a little hot sauce to this mixture, and then salt and pepper to your taste. Now you stir that up and bring it to a simmer. Add your field peas in, and we're going to simmer those for about 2 hours or until they're tender. Now the old-fashioned southern way is to add a ham hock to these and to your collard greens. But I try to keep this healthy, and I find the chicken broth and all the flavorings from the onions and garlic are plenty for making these very tasty. Now let's make our rice. You want to take the rice and rinse it well to remove any of the excess starches. And then after that, just follow the recipe on the package. Mine, I'm using a long grain rice. Now let's add about 2 tablespoons of oil to the skillet so we can make our pork chops. Now mine are pretty thick, so they will take longer to cook than a thinner sliced pork chop. Pat that dry in a paper towel, and then add that to the heated oil. You're going to want to brown it on each side. And I like to add garlic powder, onion powder, and then salt and pepper to your taste. Now once these are browned on the one side, flip them over, and we're going to add all of the spices to this side too. Now I've preheated my oven because my chops are so thick that I'm going to put them in the oven to finish their cooking. I want to make sure they get to an internal temperature of 145 degrees. I'm going to bake these at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't these look pretty? Now when I say brown on all sides, when you've got thick chops like this, you need to brown every side that you can find. Once those are browned, I'm putting mine aside. You can check your temperature if yours are thinner, but I'm putting those aside to put in the oven. Meantime, I'm going to start my thinly sliced onions. I used a whole onion here and thinly sliced them. And so we're going to brown those up to start making our gravy. Let's put these in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And we want to slowly brown these onions until they're tender and caramelized. And this can take about 15 minutes. Be sure and check your other vegetables and your rice and stir these occasionally. Now what I'm going to do is add 2 tablespoons of flour to my onions. And we're going to want to stir that flour and let it slightly brown to get that flour taste out. Now I'm adding a cup to a cup and a half of chicken broth. And I also like to add half and half, and that'll be about a half a cup. Once you've added that half and half, you don't want to let it boil. Just a slight simmer will work. If you let it boil, it will separate. And now what we want to do is, stirring occasionally, let this gravy thicken. We are ready to plate it. Look at that pork chop, rice, collard greens, and field peas. Yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. This looks delicious. I can't wait to dig in. If you have any questions about the recipes, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.